So we're here today to talk about Dragon Ascension Therapies. You specialise in all things Dragon Energy. Tell me what Dragon Energy is.
It's a really curious energy. It's one that I know has been around me since I was little, because when I was very, very young, I was obsessed with dragons. I used to draw them, I used to write about them, all sorts of things. And it's in the last 12 to 15 years that I really became aware of them around me once again. And it's a strange one because it was through a guided meditation that I did with somebody else to see if we had any elemental beings around us or as guides and guardians. And this dragon just popped into my awareness for about 10 seconds and popped back out. And I didn't get any other information from them or awareness from them for about a year, but I knew he was there. And it's over, I would say, the last 10 years or so that they've really made themselves known to me and made their presence known. And they have helped me go from a very shy, very introverted, very closed off robot of a person to who I am now. They have helped me find my voice, find my truth. They helped me to voice it as well, which I would never have done if you'd known me before. I was like, I wouldn't even say boo to a goose because I would run off and hide. And I've reconnected with my spine. My work keeps changing and I'm able to help other people with it. So if you're someone who is just a bit sick of where they are at this point in life, or just a bit fed up with where they are, connecting in with this energy is a bit like a kick to the rear, or plugging yourself back in with to the mains. For self-empowerment, for finding your voice, they actually support you through it all as well, but they will push you. They will absolutely push you. Without them, I wouldn't be doing what I do now. I wouldn't be able to help people with looking at their shadow, helping them to find their truth and to voice it as well. So they're very empowering beings to work with. They really, really are.
It encourages people to build confidence. It brings out the best in them, you feel?
Absolutely. It actually finds the hidden depths you didn't even know you had. It allows you to become braver. But then the first time you do it, it can be terrifying, but it gets easier and easier and easier over time. And if you're looking at shadow in particular, whilst that can be quite daunting at the start, the more you do it, the faster it gets. It's not that it gets easier, it gets faster. And you start to find yourself again. You start to find parts of yourself that you've maybe hidden for a long time or suppressed for a long time, or you, like I say, you didn't even know were there. And the strands of myself that I found are quite surprising for who I was, say, 10, 15 years ago. Or if people knew me when I was younger to where I am now, they wouldn't recognize me. Being myself, I was wearing so many different personas for different people. I was deliberately trying to fit in with everything and everyone around me. But as I started to open up and started to let this energy in, the person I had to be with other people versus the person I was turning into was just getting, that gap was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. One had to go. So where I am now is the one that is sitting in the driving seat, and that's who I am.
Having met you a couple of times now on video, you do come across very confidently. It's one of the things that struck me. So to have came from a position of not feeling confident to taking the bull by the horns and getting yourself to this place, it probably puts you in a good position to be able to take other people up to that level with you as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the confidence that I have now, I did not have until very, very recently. So I'm a good example of what that energy can do for people. So the folk that knew me before to now would tell you the difference straight away.
And this can all be done online. So your whole service is delivered online, but that doesn't affect Energies in any way, because Energies in many ways translates very well to the online platform.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of the work that I do is online like this. So it is via a Zoom call or a Skype call. And I do have, they're not quite in person. I decided in 2019 that in-person clients was no longer the way I wanted to go because it just wasn't feeling right. So I moved to everything online. A lot of the work I do is distance, so I wouldn't actually have a person in front of me. I connect with their energy from a distance and write up what I get and send it to them. But this works because I get to read the person's face. I get to pick up on their energy direct, but they also get to pick up on mine as well. So if something's not resonating, they can tell me there and then, so we don't go down where my team are taking me. It's more a case of, well, steer me where you feel it needs to be or where you're being guided, and we sort of meet in the middle. But it's perfect for this because I see online personas or who you are online or the spaces you have online are you. They are you. So I am picking up immediately of what your energy is, and you're picking up immediately what mine is too. So it works beautifully for that.
Yeah, perfect. And you do one-to-one energy mentoring as well, but it's not really the dragon energy thing there. That's more about this sort of one-to-one coaching in many ways, but the dragon
Absolutely.
energy is still there
Oh, yeah.
underpinning it all.
Absolutely. I mean, they are the strongest energy that works with me. They're not the only one that works with me, though. There are other ones there, and they help me to understand and translate what's coming through from the other person. But the one-to-one energy mentoring, it's a bespoke space for the person. So it's whatever that person wants to talk about, wants to bring up, wants to look up, we hold that space for them and we go into that work. And it's amazing the things that have come up through these sessions with different people. But it is tailor-made to that person. So whatever needs to come up is what will come up in that space. And it's amazing what comes up. I absolutely love doing it. And the fact that it's kind of open-ended, we don't specify exactly what it's going to be. A lot of people really enjoy doing that. And I would say that's probably the most popular service that I offer, because it's the one that's booked out the most. And I actually decided along the way that 2 of those appointments a month, are a donation basis. So people who really can't afford that upfront have an option to do it by donation. And the people who need that service get it, and the people who don't need to use it don't use it. It's an amazing thing when the energy is set up, how it actually flows and how people connect in with it.
And you also do Preloved Crystals, that you've got a large Facebook group online, and that's quite an important part of your business as well, isn't it?
It absolutely is. This one fell into my lap, as these things do. I actually offer this as a service as well. So at the moment, I'm currently selling for, I think it's on behalf of 25 different people from around the world. It's not just the UK. I've got folk in the US. I've got folk in mainland Europe. And it's specifically for secondhand or pre-loved crystals. And when I started this group out, there wasn't anything out there that specialised in pre-loved crystals. It was all new and new cards. So I just created this, allowed my friends to join and said, actually, you can sell in this as well. It's not just me. And it's gone massive. But I've had so many crystals pass through this house. I've had the opportunity to connect with crystals I would never have seen before in my life. It's been amazing. And it's that joy, and I do mean joy, of connecting that crystal to its next caretaker. I love doing it. The group itself, if anyone's interested in joining it, you're more than welcome to, because it's not just me that sells. There are lots and lots of people who have pieces in their collection that have asked to move on, and they come to this group. And
that group's called Preloved Crystal Sales.
Yes, yep. And it's the same as well as if you're interested in doing it but think you don't have the time, don't have the energy, really don't know where to start, come and speak to me first. I'm happy to mentor you through it. Or if I have space and you're prepared to let me do it for you, obviously I charge a small fee for this, but the option is there.
I suppose when you're doing your sessions with people, there might be certain people you think they would work quite well with this crystal. Does that ever come into play?
Yeah, that does come through, particularly because obviously all the stock is here. So there'll be certain crystals will be kind of shouting at me or getting my attention when that person's there, or it just comes through and comes out my mouth. Because when I'm working with people, things just come out my mouth. And they're saying, how on earth do you know that? And it's like, I don't. I've just been told that. But when there's a really strong draw or a really strong link to a certain person, to a crystal, that does come through. Or I find I have it sitting next to me when I'm with that person. I had a lovely client last night, and I had a specific crystal on my desk, and I realised why, because I was speaking to them, because that crystal doesn't normally sit up here, it doesn't sit at my desk, it sits in another part of my home. I was like, well, why are you up here? And then it turned out it was actually involved in the work that we were doing with that person. So it's all coincidence, but it's not really. It's there for a reason, and it comes through for a reason as well. But it all blends together rather beautifully, in all honesty. And I wouldn't be without my crystals. I wouldn't be without these energies I work with, because I wouldn't be me, if that makes sense.
100%. And for people to get in contact with you, if they want to dip their toe in the water and they like what they see and they want to learn more, and something resonates and they think, yeah, this could be for me, but I want to find out more. What various options? What's the starting point, Cheryl, to get the ball rolling with you?
Okay. Well, the first thing I always say to folk is please check out my website and my social media. I'm only on Facebook. I'm not on any other social media. Have a look at that page. Get a feel for the sorts of things I'm posting, the sorts of things I'm talking about, because a lot of me comes through on this. What you see is very much what you get. So have a look there. If you want to get in touch with me direct and you're on Facebook, you can go through Messenger in particular on my webpage, my Facebook page, or if you're on the website, there's a link there that takes you through to my email. If you do email me and you haven't heard from me within 48 hours, email me again, because I have been having a few little teething problems with the email, but the Messenger absolutely works. If it's to talk to me direct, then I'm quite happy to open up little conversation tasters, almost like sort of trial periods with me, like for 15 minutes to half an hour, just to have a chat with me, to let you sense check my energy and make sure I am the right person for you, and also vice versa, to make sure that I feel that I can help you. And if I can't, then I can offer other suggestions. But email and Facebook Messenger at the moment are the best ways to get in touch with me.
Well, listen, thank you, Cheryl, for today. It's a fascinating business that you have, and I hope that lots more people see this and connect with you. And best of luck.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time chatting to me, Steve. Thank you.